Are your beats getting not the views that you want, even though you've been uploading consistently? Then you are likely doing one of the following 5 mistakes, which are preventing your channel from reaching its full potential. I will not only tell you what you are doing wrong, but also show you an easy and fast way to fix each of these problems. Those who follow my channel a little bit longer know that I started a new Type Beat channel at the beginning of this year, which has been pretty successful so far. But what most people don't know is that this channel, where this video is posted, yeah, exactly this channel, Spryng, had been my main Type Beat channel for a pretty long time. The reason why it didn't work out on this channel 3 or 4 years ago is part of the reason why I'm able to do better today. I'm doing this video to save you a little bit of time, so you don't need to make these mistakes as long as I did. So the first mistake that producers often do when they start a YouTube Type Beat channel, that they have the same approach for the beats that they send out and the beats that they post on YouTube. And we all know how it works with the artists. They click on the beat, they listen to it for probably 10 seconds in their email, and if it's not catchy, they skip it immediately and go to the next. Sometimes it's not even 10 seconds. So you want the beat to drop as early as possible to kind of clear the air a little bit up front. On YouTube, you want the beat to evolve over time so that the listener stays as long as possible. The main difference between you sending out the beat to someone and someone coming to your beat on YouTube is the social dynamic is a little bit different, because when you send out the beat to an artist, you approach them. But if you post your beat on YouTube, people come to you in some way, even though you want their attention. That means they already have a need and they search for something that you could potentially offer. Now you want them to interact as long as possible with your music. That doesn't mean that you extend your intros over 1 minute and all that stuff. That just means that you want to create an experience. And I like to explain this experience like a roller coaster ride. You don't want to have the looping right at the start. You want to build up the tension, and then you want to highlight, which is the looping. And you don't want to have just one looping. You want this experience to be an up and down ride. And at the end, you want your listeners to be like, I want it one more time. But how do you arrange your beats in an exciting way? My technique to make sure my beats are exciting is to arrange them without the drums first. Because everything sounds hard with a beat drop. Like when your drums dropping and 90%, yeah, it's pretty likely that your beat sounds pretty fire once the beat drops. But to build momentum without the drums and just the different instruments coming in, taking them out, having effects, having risers, that really creates the experience. Best way to make sure that your beat is an experience and is arranged in an exciting way is to do it without the drums. Because when you listen to it without the drums, you can feel a lot better how that journey of the experience will look like. So the next time you made a fire beat and you want to post it on YouTube, try to arrange it without the drums first. The second common mistake which prevents you from getting more views is that you post too many different genres. And when I'm talking about genres, I don't mean that you cover too many keywords. That's a whole nother topic, and I talked about that a lot in the past. What I mean by genres is really genres. Because for example, when you decide to open up a Type Beat channel and post Drake Type Beats, Drake covers a lot of genres. He has those dark rap beats, he has soul beats, he has R&B beats, he has Latin pop beats. But when you just begin to build up your brand, it's better to keep it tighter, because if you like it or not, people have expectations when they see you pop up in their feed. Because for example, you post a lot of dark rap beats. Somebody finds your channel, listens to 1, 2, 3 beats, likes them, he subscribes to your channel. Now he sees you posted a new beat, clicks on the beat, and all of a sudden it's a Latin pop beat. And he's like, damn, okay, yeah, it's a Drake style, but it's not really my style. I'm a tab out here. He will not unsubscribe to your channel, but the next time he will see a beat from yours in his feed, he will not click on it. And the result is that YouTube does not promote your videos anymore in a way that you can get that exponential growth. I get it, we are creatives, we do a lot of different type of beats, but you really want to keep it together. Yeah, sure, once you build that brand, once people realize, okay, he's a fire producer, of course you can try out different genres, post different stuff. But I'm talking about the safe way at the beginning to get those first people to your channel. The third reason why you're missing out on views is that you don't collaborate. You might have read on the internet that using loops is cheating. It's obviously not. Music, if you want it or not, is a team sport. It's more basketball than football, but it is a team sport. You don't need to do everything on your own. Yeah, it is possible to win on your own. That's why I'm saying it's more like basketball than football. But why wouldn't you when there's a more efficient way to win? Steve Jobs didn't build all the iPhones on his own. Maybe he did back in the day in the garage, but as soon as he had the power and the money to don't do it, man, he was out there. And the good thing with music is right from the start, you have all the tools and all the power through the internet to collaborate with people. If you don't know where to start with collaboration, there's a lot of different ways. For example, I'm offering free loops on my Instagram account, and I also have a stash kit with 10 placement ready super fire loops. and around 10-15 melody midis, which you can just throw in and have a super fire melody to start with. If you want to check that out, the first link in the description. But there are so many ways that you can collaborate with people through Discord servers, finding people on YouTube, reach out to them. Just make sure to reach out to people which are on your level. The fourth reason why your beats are getting no views is because you're putting out your beats too early. Sometimes you have to be honest to yourself and ask yourself this question: are my beats ready for the world? And don't get me wrong, when I look back on my beats 3 or 4 years ago, honestly, they weren't good. There's no problem to admit that. There's a base where you can build from. But when you just lie to yourself and say, these beats are fire, I'm doing everything right, why are they getting no views? Bro, maybe it's because your beats are not good. Even though I put in a lot of time right from the start and made music consistently over the whole span that I'm on this beat making producer journey, it took me a long time to get good, to evolve my sound and to improve my skills. You wouldn't be on this video if you're not looking for advice. So just close your eyes right now and ask yourself, are my beats good enough to get a lot of views? If the answer is yes, perfect. The answer doesn't have to be no. But if it is, take a step back, work on your skills, and then try it again in 4 to 6 months. Nothing is running away from you. And the most reliable way to get better in those months is to get the repetitions. That is what in the long run will always make you better. The fifth and final mistake you are likely to make if the previous 4 do not apply to your situation is that you do not adapt. When you do everything right, that means your beats are good, you post consistently, pick your genre, but you still struggle to get views, then you need to adapt and try something different. Don't hold on to something that does not work out. It's like Bruce Lee said,
be water, my friend.
If there's no real explanation why things do not work out, you need to change up something. People say never change a running system. You should always change a system that does not work. A good way to start with is to change the artwork of your beats, because that's part of the first impression that people have with your content. But you can also post to a different time. Maybe YouTube is willing to promote your stuff, but you post at a time where your followers or subscribers are sleeping. Maybe that's the case. I don't know your specific situation. You're the only one that knows everything that's going on. So collect your information and then start to tweak the knobs until you get to the point where you want to go. As simple as it sounds, it takes a little bit of work, but I'm pretty sure you can do this. And if you want to know now how to set up your type beat channel in the right way, you might like this video.